Welcome to the Frontier Podcast. I'm Minjung Lee and she is Sewon Park. I'm a freshman and she's my senior. Can you introduce yourself, Sewon?
Of course. Hi guys, I'm Sewon Park and I'm a sophomore student. I'm glad to be here with you today. Then shall we start?
Before we get started, I'll give a brief explanation of our podcast. Our concept is a subway station, so hosts will become as subway drivers and lead the way to get into many topics. Then let's get started.
This station is Campus Life Station. In this station, we are going to talk about useful phrases you can use on campus.
That's right. As college students, we often need English in various situations, whether it's in class, at the library, or when making new friends. Since I became a freshman, I've faced many challenges in university life, but I think this podcast will be really helpful for both me and our listeners.
I totally agree. So let's get started and learn some useful English expressions for campus life.
What's the first thing you students do when they walk into a school and meet their new friends?
Greetings and introductions, right?
Let's take a look at some introductory phrases to get you off to a great start with your new friends. Exactly. Introductions are crucial in making a good first impression. Here's a simple phrase that anyone can use. Hi, I'm Minjung and I'm just started here. What's your name?
Another good one is, hello, my name is Sewon. I'm an IR student. What's your major?
These phrases are not only polite but also open the door to further conversation. It's always good to show interest in the other person's studies.
And if you want to keep the conversation going, you can follow up with something like, what classes are you taking this semester?
Great tip! Asking about classes can lead to finding common interests or even discovering that you're in the same class.
Yes, and it's always helpful to share a bit about why you chose your major or what you enjoy about college so far. It helps to build the connection.
That's right. Engaging in such exchanges not only makes us better at navigating social situations, but also enriches our university experience. And when you're looking to deepen that initial connection, you might want to ask, what do you like to do in your free time? It's a great way to discover shared hobbies and interests.
Exactly. Or you can make plans to attend a campus event together. For example, you could ask, there's a coffee hour next Friday. Would you like to go together? It's a nice way to relax and meet other students.
Indeed, and if you're feeling a bit more adventurous, why not invite them to a study group? You could say, I'm trying to organize a study group for our course. Would you be interested in joining?
Those are all fantastic ways to not only make new friends, but to also create a supportive network right from the start of your college journey.
Let's kick things off with asking questions in class. It can be a bit intimidating, but it's important to ask if you don't understand something. It might feel a bit embarrassing at first, but don't hesitate to speak up. Through conversations with your professors, you can learn things you never expected.
That's so true. One polite way to ask a question is, excuse me, professor, I have a question about today's lecture. Or if you need something explained more clearly, you can say, could you clarify this concept for me?
I like that. And if you didn't hear something clearly, you can ask, could you repeat that please? Or I didn't catch that. Could you say it again?
Great expressions. Sometimes professors use difficult words or technical terms. In that case, you can ask, what does this term mean? Or could you explain this in simpler words?
Oh, it is such a great expression too. I'm unintentionally picking up a lot of great tips today.
Really? It sounds good.
Next, let's talk about finding a seat in the library. When the library is crowded, it can be tricky to find a place to study.
That's right. Especially during exam times, it can be really difficult to find a seat because there are so many people. In such cases, you can politely ask, is this seat taken or may I sit here?
And if you're looking for a book, you can ask the librarian, where can I find books on international relations? Or, do you have any recommendations for research materials?
Nice. Also, if you need to borrow a book but you are not sure about the process, you can ask, how can I check out this book? Or what's the due date for this book?
Oh, this expression brings back memories of when I asked the same thing at the beginning of the semester.
That makes sense. So, shall we move on to the next situation?
Sounds great. Next, let's talk about what happens when you get lost on campus. Our campus is also big, so I was confused at first too.
That's so true. Especially at the start of a new semester, many freshmen struggle to find their way. A useful expression you can use is, "Excuse me, how do I get to Dongyang Hall?" Or, "Could you tell me the fastest way to get to the building?"
Those are great expressions. Another one you could use is this the right way? Or where is this building located?
Right, and using a campus map is also a good idea. You could ask, "Where can I find the campus map?"
That's really useful information. When asking for directions, it's always important to be polite and don't forget to thank the people who helps you. You can express your gratitude by saying, "Thank you, that was really helpful."
Yes, finding your way is important, but it's also crucial to be polite when communicating with others.
Today, we've talked about a variety of situations that students might encounter on campus, from making new friends to asking questions in class, finding a seat in the library, and even finding your way when you get lost.
Yes, and we hope that the phrases and tips we've shared will help make your campus life a little easier and more enjoyable. Remember, it's all about practicing your English and not being afraid to ask for help when you need it.
And we'd love to hear from our listeners about their experiences and any other topics they'd like us to cover in future episodes.
Your door is on your right. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe and share.